And welcome to another episode of the Dreaded Archer Podcast. I'm your host, Trey. And if you're listening to the show right now, pick up your phone, go to your mobile app store, and download the Carbon TV mobile app. That way, you can take all your favorite hunting content with you wherever you go. The best thing about the app, it's absolutely free. So when you get a chance, go and download the Carbon TV mobile app. It works for Android and iOS. What is good, dreaded listeners? Hey, tonight we have another guest on the show. As you guys know, the last couple of weeks, I've been combing the TikTok streets, finding content creators that aren't afraid to speak their mind and say, what's on their mind. And the other night, I was going through TikTok and came across a video, and this gentleman here was letting people know, like, how he felt and something was in his crawl, and he had to get it out. So without further ado, I want to introduce Mr. Matt Glassmeyer. Matt, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm busy. How about yourself?
Hey man, I'm busy too, man. Had my mid-year review for work, and it was very short because I've been on maternity leave since January, and I just got back about 3 weeks ago. So it's
Well,
like
congrats.
I,
Congrats.
I appreciate you. I'm like I haven't had a mid-year. I didn't do anything all year, so it was very short. But we got done with that and had to rush home to get on the show, man, because I was looking forward to talking to you.
Yeah, man.
So before we get started, let the dreaded listeners know who you are and what you do.
My name is Matt Glassmeyer. I live in Southeast Missouri, and man, I could go on for an hour for what all I do. The short story is my day job, I work EMS. I'm an EMT for a county ambulance district here in Southeast Missouri. And then my part-time jobs, I own and operate an archery shop with a buddy of mine. I'm part of a TV show. I do content creation for a lot of different outdoor companies doing photography and videography. Also do video and photography, like weddings, senior pictures, stuff like that. Man, I just do anything and everything. Been in the outdoor industry for 20 years now. Doesn't seem like it, but I started in 2000. It'll be 20 years next year. I started in 2007 with a call company, doing pro staff, competition calling, sales, traveling around all over the U.S. doing trade shows. Then I kind of laid back off that whenever I had kids, and then got into television and doing archery and kind of doing a little bit of everything, anything and everything in the outdoor industry. So, and decided to open an archery shop to help fund my hunting addiction and my archery addiction.
you can't use your own supply, man.
Right, man. That's the hard part, getting all this nice stuff in here and being like, well, I'll pay for it on my next check. And then it's like next check comes and you've added 3 more things to it. So,
Oh yeah, that's how I was when I worked at Dairy Queen in high school. It's like you eat and they take it out your check. Well, it's all right. It's just a burger. Oh, just a burger. And next thing you know, you get your check and it's like $5. It's like you ate your
yeah,
up.
yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, but man, it sounds like you are a jack of all trades, man. You got your archery photographer, working in the outdoor industry, man. Yeah, you sound like my brother, man. Like he's big into photography, love the outdoors. He does everything that he can possibly do to get outdoors, and he found out that photography is one of them. And then he started getting into hunting. He's like, well, I can do photography and mix it in with my hunting, and it just kind of crashed together.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. So did you grow up in the outdoors, or were you kind of like me, kind of a late onset hunter?
Oh man, I grew up on a family farm way out in the middle of nowhere. So hunting or tearing stuff up, that was the only things we had to do. So yeah, from 3 years old all the way to now. I mean, my dad, well, his funniest story that he likes to tell is when I was 3 years old going dove hunting with him. I was walking out in front of him, and he said about every 3 or 4 steps I was having to pull my pants up. So yeah, hunting's always been a thing for me. I mean, it's always been not just a hobby or a passion. It's been an obsession since I was a kid. Uh, duck hunting, dove hunting, turkey, deer, anything that the state of Missouri has to offer. And then as I got older, it's state of Missouri, Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Kentucky, because we're right in the corner, close to Tennessee, Arkansas, and Kentucky.
Okay.
So those states are over the counter for the most part. So we can travel over there and shoot all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, man. I'm in Texarkana, so the Arkansas border is literally like right there. I can drive maybe what 5-10 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm.
I drive through Texarkana a lot of times coming back from Texas.
Oh yeah, hey man. Next time you come through, you gotta holler at me.
Hey, I will. It's
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, we literally pass through coming back to Missouri.
dude. I love it. But when I started hunting, I started in South Dakota, so I moved down here last year, and I'm not used to the one around here is a lack of public land. So it's like you don't have very many options in Texas. So it's better to go in Arkansas because they have so many WMAs
Oh yeah.
that you can hunt. And man, last year I saw some big deer. And around here they'll tell you, man, there's no big deer around here. If you go deep in amongst them, you'll find them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're not far from bear country being in Texarkana, are you?
Uh, I think they're like in the Ouachita Mountains,
Yeah.
and I'm probably about 3-4 hours from Ouachita Mountains.
Ah,
They say there's no bear or mountain lions around here, but
you're
every
right.
year there's a farmer or somebody got a game cam out and it's like, yo, here's a mountain lion, here's a bear, but it's like the population isn't, and it's always on the Arkansas side, but
Yeah.
the population isn't big enough, I guess, in those counties where it warrants them to even have a season.
Yeah. Missouri's kind of the same way. They like to say mountain lions don't live in the state of Missouri, but there's sightings every year.
Yeah, like
So,
you guys just opened up a bear season not so long ago, right?
yep. It's still a draw only, lottery draw, but yeah, I think they're opening up more tags every year.
Yeah,
But
isn't it on like do you draw a tag or is it like you draw but they also have a like a limit they can harvest every year?
it's one a year per tag or one per person every year. So,
Okay,
but
because
it's all draw. You have to draw, and I haven't looked just because I don't know anywhere that has a bear close to me.
yeah,
But I want to say it's 50 or maybe even 100 tags a year.
that's pretty good. I
Yeah.
I forgot who I was talking to a couple years ago, but they said that it was like on a like you have to call in every morning to see what the quota is, and
Huh.
I was like, yeah, I don't know, I've never hunted Missouri, and it was like, yeah, I think Missouri's on a bear quota, and I'm like, I don't know, don't know I've never hunted Missouri, so I can't tell you.
Yeah. Once we start getting bears on camera, which they have on not far from where my hunting lease is, once we start getting bears on camera, I'll start putting in for the tags. But I got so much else going on that until I get a bear on camera, I'm not gonna mess with it.
Uh, I mean, do you at least apply and get the points, or do they not do points? Just
No,
draw.
no, I put in for managed hunt every year on the urban in Cape Dorado, but other than that, I haven't messed with it yet.
Oh yeah. So
But that is definitely a bucket list is to kill a bear with my bow. So
heck yeah, man! I paid in 2019. I paid an outfitter in Canada to like for a bear hunt. So of course, like I paid him the money. Boom, COVID hit. I can't get in the.
oh man.
So I'm like, he calls. He's like, hey dude, it's all good. I'll just roll you over to next year.
Yeah.
I was like, great. Next year came. They still got the border closed. So I was like, well, I'm not getting the shot, so I'm not coming over there. So he was like, well,
Right.
I roll it over to the next year. Boom, next year, borders open, it's good to go. And I call him, I email him, don't hear nothing from him. Then probably like a month later, he messages me back and he's like, yeah, I got your message. I'm sorry, but I'm booked this year.
Oh,
Ah,
that,
man, come on. But you know what? It's all good.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
next the next year comes and I don't hear nothing from him. I email him, call him, nothing. He calls me a week before the season opens and like, hey, are you coming up to hunt? I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, I can't. I can't I gotta like plan and take off and all this stuff. So he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll get you next year. The next year comes, he's booked. So I found,
Jeez.
yeah. So it's like, you know what, man, give me my money back. He was like, oh man, I can't do that because I spent all that money during COVID trying to stay afloat. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So
Right.
he promised me I still have my hunt is still good. That's how we have to schedule times, but I messaged him in January. It is now July. I have not heard from him. So I won't be going to Canada, but he got my $2,000.
Dang. Yeah. That would be rough. Yeah. We've got one of our, I don't want to call him pro staffer, field producers is up in Canada. And man, that dude is a killer. And I keep telling him, man, I'm just going to come up, sneak up, sneak in the bed of your truck when you're going out. Cause this dude kills 180, 190 inch deer every year, bear, moose, elk, mule deer, all kinds of stuff. And I keep telling him, dude, I'm just going to come up and sneak in your house one night and then jump in the bed of your truck as you're driving off.
Can we apply for tags in Canada?
Last I heard, and this is Saskatchewan, and I talked to him and he said I'd have to go through an outfitter to be able to get tags.
So hey, that's a good place to go hunt. That's where Milo Hansen got his buck at.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he has studs on camera every year. Not to mention they're 320-pound field dressed, so
goodness,
big body deer and big racks.
So are you just a whitetail hunter, or do you go after elk, or you like me? If I can eat it and hunt it, I'm going.
Yeah, if I can eat it and hunt it, I'm going. I mean, I haven't got the elk hunt yet. That is a bucket list. I've got a hunt book for gators. That's a bucket list. I'm going to go with a guy in Texas to, I don't know where it's at, but it's only about an hour from where I turkey hunt at. But he said he can put me on some gators this year with my bow. So outside of that, man, whatever I can get my hands on, I'll hunt it.
Oh yeah, man, that's how I am. Once I picked up a bow and got my first deer, I'm like, I'm doing all I can. Like,
yep.
Bear, elk. I've been elk hunting twice, struck out twice, but it's all right. I'm to get one. I like the experience of being out there up in Colorado. Antelope, loved it. I mean, it's something about going out and getting your own food. Like, people look at it, people on the outside looking in think, as hunters, all we want to do is just go out and kill. That's all it's about, killing. It's like, no, man, I'm stepping into the shoes of like my ancestors, man. I'm grabbing the bow. I'm out in the prairie and I'm going to hunt my game, put it down, and then get that joker on the smoker. And there ain't nothing better than that.
Hey, I always say hunters have been around a whole lot longer than vegetarians.
Hey, straight up.
I mean, we were bred with canines to cut meat with. I mean, we're born to be, carnivores.
Oh, exactly. I know I've gotten into so many debates. I'm not gonna call them arguments. Debates.
Oh man,
with vegans at the bar, which the bar is the wrong place to be trying to have a debate. You got a couple of them. You got a couple in you, and one stars get to talking, and they say you don't talk about politics, religion, or was it politics, religion, and race? Not race. Politics, religion, is something. I'm gonna add into that too. Don't talk about my hunting and being
right.
Because they get to talking like, oh my gosh, you can get all your protein source from plants. I can't get these muscles from plants.
Right. Yeah. No, that is definitely an argument that I tend to get involved with quite a bit. Especially even on my business page, there's this one guy that keeps commenting on, and he commented on my buddy's business today, and I'm like, that's that same guy. Just have fun. He's gonna argue with you until you're blue in the face. And I finally ended up getting him to be quiet about it. Yeah. And all it was, and I didn't have time to sit there and make up arguments for him, so I was going to ChatGPT and typing in his response, and this is, it would lay out a whole response back to him. And I'm like, copy and paste. I'm not dealing with this dude today. So
Yeah, Chat GPT. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
No.
I call
And the
'em-
arguments it was coming up with were pretty dang good. So I was just letting it fly.
oh yeah, hey, sometimes you gotta let George Pierre Thomas do it. That's what I call him. I don't call him Chat GPT. It's Chat Charles Pierre Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can definitely argue, make a good argument for you.
Yep. Yep.
So, Matt, you said you've been in the industry 20 years.
Yep.
And one of the topics that I talk about on my show a lot is, with guys, is, how they've watched the industry evolve, and like and where we're going to go next. So,
Right.
give me your from your perspective, like, have you seen the industry evolve, and has it been for the good or for the worse?
Honestly, social media I think has almost made it worse. Social media, YouTube, because back when I first started, to have your own TV show and have sponsors was like this big thing. Nowadays, and nothing wrong with it, get your grind on wherever you're going to do it, but social media influencers have burned out these outdoor companies with, can we get sponsor, and that word has been so played out that now it's hard for somebody that is actually trying to start a show and not just, a YouTube channel, which is fine. That's what we're on right now. Uh, we are going to Carbon TV this season, I believe. Uh, but trying to find people that we want to promote for, and we're not looking for big money sponsors because we're still growing.
Right.
But the whole social media thing, everybody with a TikTok, a YouTube channel, whatever, is trying to get sponsors, and it's kind of burnt out the outdoor companies as of right now. Uh, and actually, I've had companies tell me, well, if we partner with you, we need to see at least $12,000 worth of profit from you. And it's, I don't know. I think it's really diluted down now. Um, I do think after going to ATA this year that there's definitely going to be more excitement. There's a lot of new technology coming out and stuff that hasn't even been released yet that we were able to see at ATA. And I think that hunger is back for companies to up their game a lot on that side of it. But I mean, I don't know. There's still some tension definitely in the outdoor industry. There's a lot of people fighting with each other that don't really need to be. Just stay in your own lane, make what you're going to make, and produce quality product. Be a good person and produce quality products. My biggest thing.
Oh yeah, you definitely hit the nail on the head, man. Like, so many guys get into this, and I've had people reach out to me, and they're like, "Hey, man, I want to start a podcast." All right, cool, and I'll help them. This is what you need to do. Equipment you need to get, and they don't care about that. The first question is how I get sponsors,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you haven't even produced a second of content, and the first thing you worry about is sponsors.
Yeah.
No, dude, like you gotta put in some work. You got it's because it's a two-way street, and a lot of guys getting it, a lot of guys and gals getting into it. They think it's, well, I got the content, or I got the page or whatever. Give me the stuff. It's like you have to be producing something too. They can't just give, and
Yeah.
you do one or two videos, you know, a week or something like that. Like you got to show your value,
Yeah.
and it's
And that's what I was going to say is now it's getting to where you have to have something different for you to pick up a big name sponsorship because, and there's people that's been in the industry for 40, 50 years that'll tell you, it's a grind and you really have to work your butt off and have something different to be able to pick up big name sponsors. And there's only, you know, let's say 1 out of 100. There's only 1 out of 100 people that get big name sponsors. Like Lee Ellis and Seek One, he produced something different and is able to tell a story and keep people entertained for the hour or hour and a half that these shows are going on. So do they drag on? Yeah, but he keeps people entertained throughout the whole entire episode.
oh, exactly.
So the main thing is to find something that's different than everybody else And once you find something that's different than everybody else and that is entertaining, then all these companies are going to start coming to you for sponsorship. I mean, once you figure out that following and produce quality content and something different, they're going to come after you.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
And when the companies come after you, it makes producing content so much easier because like I feel like if you put the sponsors before the content,
yeah,
all you're doing is you're just like, I gotta get a sponsor, I gotta get a sponsor, and you feel like stressed out because you're not getting a sponsor instead of, you know what, I'm just gonna make my content and get the attention of the people
yeah,
and let the companies come to me. I'm not going out to them.
yeah, yeah. That's what I mean, uh, the people that filmed for me this last time I was in Texas, they were like, how do I get into it? How do I do it? I tell them every time, you got to produce content first. Because the first thing a company is going to ask when you message them about a partnership is, well, can I get a copy or get something that shows your content? Where's your YouTube channel? Or do you have a media packet? That's the main thing, is to get a media packet showing, a few still shots of some photography you've done, uh, show your Facebook followers, Instagram, TikTok, all that type of stuff, because they're going to be asking for what kind of exposure they'll get out of partnering with you.
Right. Yeah, it's a grind, man, and that like I've studied social media. Like when I was in college, that was like I think my senior year in college was like the first time they had actually like started integrating or implementing social media into the curriculum. So,
Yeah,
and I was like, this is not going to be a thing. Like, there's no way we're going to go from, you know, like everything's going to be social media. There's just no way. It's not that kind of a place. And I mean, it just overnight it seemed like where it's like everything is done over social media. Um, your follower count is currency now. If
yeah,
you have a large following, that's currency. Likes and
yeah.
shares are currency now. So like to read about it in a book, and then like someone saying this is where it's going to go, and then seeing it go to that is like nuts. And like I've told guys what you just said. You got to have a media package because that's your chip in the game. Your
That's basically your resume. Yeah,
resume, your followers, your content, all that. That's your chip in the game, and then if you can smash the interviews, and you good. But
yeah,
that media packet is your resume. That's your resume for social media. You nail on the head right there. You started something.
yeah. I mean, at ATA, I was trying to promote my product content. And I was walking around with an iPad, just walking up to companies and talking to them face to face and scrolling through and showing them the work I've done. And then most of the time they would say, all right, shoot me an email with all those pictures and I'll get it over to my marketing guy. Or, I made deals right then and there with a lot of big name companies to get content for them this fall. So, uh, and that actually helped me. A lot of relationships helped me, or my product content relationships helped me get product into the store as well. Like Dialed Archery, I've done content for them for 2 years now. And then as soon as I said, because they had put on there that they weren't looking for any more shops to put product in, and man, they're awesome people, by the way. And I reached out to them. I said, hey, I really love to carry your sites in my shop. And Taylor said, no questions asked. We'll get it done. So, and that's what going back to saying that, I love working with good people more than good product. If you're a good person and, you know, you can show me that you're a good person, I'll promote you all day long.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, those guys at Dow are dope. I met Scott a couple years ago at the South Dakota Tech, and
yeah,
just sitting there having a conversation with them, and just walked off after that. We were done, shook hands, took a picture with him. Didn't know who he was. I just thought he was I thought he just the guy that worked at Dow. Then I
yeah,
watched the YouTube video. I'm like, oh no, this is the big dude.
yeah, that's the guy that owns it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Taylor's awesome too. So,
I haven't met Taylor yet, but I had a great conversation with Scott. And matter of fact, I had the conversation with him, and then a couple weeks later, got a site. So I was like,
yeah.
"Hey, that was
Yeah.
dope."
And that's the other good thing about it is they're good people and they make in my opinion, that'll be the arguments in the comments, but in my opinion, that's the best sight on the market right now. And
Said
that's not just me selling them. I've shot them for 2 years now, and I've had 4 of them. And the only reason I've had 4 of them is because I've changed bow colors. And I'm too bougie, and I got to have my bow looking pretty.
exactly.
So
We gonna get into that.
yeah,
I got them on all my bows. Like
yep,
all my bows. Only bow that I don't have it on is the one my wife confiscated from me, and she don't like the single pin. So
yeah. My girlfriend's got a black with pink accent dialed on hers.
ooh.
So
I'm not a pink guy, but when that black and pink combo
bro,
it's
yeah.
hard to beat, man. It's hard to beat.
Dude brought in a Matthews lift the other day, a black Matthews lift, and had me put flow pink strings on it.
Yeah.
It almost had me changing the strings on mine. I was like, all right, yeah, that does look sick.
Well, let's go on and get into that, because I actually had someone on my show a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying how like the art, like your bow has become an extension of you.
Yeah.
So when you think about like, back in say the 90s, early 2000s, like it was like he had the solid colored bows, and then they started to do like the camo bows, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Now companies are coming out with all kind of crazy colors, and when she said that, it kind of reminded me of the shoe game. Yeah, I'm a former sneakerhead. I grew up and I got out of it, but I used to collect a lot of shoes. And back then, you had black, white, occasionally you have a red, and that's pretty much it when it came to like basketball shoes. Now the new generation of basketball players, they got all these fluorescent and neon colors, and it looks like a paint shop just threw up on the shoe.
Yeah.
And that's flooding into the archery world. Like the bow is the extension of the person. Like you can look at a person's bow and tell a lot about them, not the make and model, but just like the color scheme.
Oh yeah.
So what changed that?
Man, the younger generation getting into archery, I think. And I'm 40 and I still like to make my bow pretty. But yeah, no, it's just the younger generation. I think what started the whole thing was custom arrows and custom wraps on arrows, and then it went into now there's people making custom scope wraps for the dials and the UVs and all that, and then just the bright colored strings. I think that originated from the bright colored veins and wraps that people are putting on their arrows. And that's, like I said, that's where I started this whole thing, was custom arrows. And then now getting into customizing bows is one of our main things. People come in just for us to customize their bow. Bright strings, limb skins, scope wraps. I've got a buddy of mine out of New York that makes custom skins for all over the bow, limbs, riser, scope rings. You can even customize, and I don't have it in here, but you can customize your thumb buttons, releases. So I think people are just starting to see that you don't have to have the boring olive or sand colored. You can actually customize them to make whatever color you want, and that's what I did with my darting. I love the limbs on them, but I had a theme I was going with on my bow, and I wanted to do a murdered out theme and just completely black it out.
Yeah.
It still has the dart and Tritech, but it's blacked out. So I think just the newer generation is what's driving us to customize everything now.
Do you ever think there'll come a time where like companies will just like if I wanted a custom Matthews, and I just call them up and say, hey, this is what I want, and they order, or you go to your local shop and you guys have like a sheet and you sign.
There's already companies doing that.
Oh, so I didn't even know that.
Matthews, you can customize your hobo. Hoyt, you can customize your strings and your limbs. Let's see. Expedition is one of the big ones that can do it, and you can even customize your cam colors, your limb pockets. the screws. I mean, everything about that bow, you can change the color on it. So it's getting that way. And actually, Prime, well, you had Mike Stonebreaker on here. He
Yeah,
had a Prime Divide that was custom, and dude, that thing was insane looking. I think it was flow yellow. Uh, Everything was flow yellow except for the limbs and the carbon on it. But that bow looked wild.
man. Hey, it's nice. I'm loving it. I'm here for it because, like I said before, it's an extension of you, like how you feel that day. Like I got several bows. You know,
Yeah,
some days I don't feel like shooting the Midnight Carbon Elite.
yeah,
I want to take the raspberry blue Matthews out.
yeah, yeah,
Kind of like cars. You can't have all black cars. You
yeah.
you got to mix it up depending on how you feel. And I love it. And the custom arrow thing is, man, it's amazing to see. Like,
Uh,
cause I feel like that trend just hit and just like caught fire.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'll just show you my arrow collection. I mean, there's 4 dozen right there, and I've got another 3 dozen at the house. And all it is I like different wrap designs. I mean, I've got them from the boutique. I've got APA. I've got boning. I mean, I've got every color you can think of.
Yeah.
So, and it goes back to that. It's like shoes. I want to collect them all. I want different wraps on all my arrows. I mean, my target setup's got different wraps. Uh, I've got 3 different hunting setups. I've got a light, a medium, and a heavy arrow that I've got different wraps on. So, um, yeah, it's just a personality thing nowadays.
Oh yeah. I got a buddy up in New York, Cliff, and he got some New York Knicks.
Yeah,
Custom. He got the wraps from boutique, and
yeah,
got them wrapped. And I'm like, bro, you like. He's a diehard Knicks fan, man.
yeah,
He was grinning ear to ear when they won the championship, and then it was like the next day he posted the picture. I'm like, man, I didn't. You was on it quick, didn't you?
yeah, yeah. And that man, Mike's awesome, and I would love to just crack his head open and see how his brain works because some of the designs he comes up with is off the wall,
Oh yeah,
but it works. I mean, so
dude. I want to get him to make me some horror movie wraps because like October comes. That's my time of the year, man. I love the Friday the 13th, and I like the old horror movies. I'm not a big fan of some of the new stuff because it's not really scary.
it's not authentic.
It's all like psychological horror and all that. I know I want a slasher, man. I want the Michael Myers, the Jasons. I'm gonna get some raps, man, with all the major horror icons, man. The pinheads uh,
Yeah,
and
he's done them before.
I know I saw he did some Chucky ones. And I thought those were dope.
Yeah. And another one you can do going toward the bow customization. My buddy at Thwack, he made some horror movie limb skins for a dude's bow, and they turned out pretty wild.
So the limb skins, is it just like, do you have to disassemble your bow or
No,
you just
no,
put it
they're
on?
just, and he's going to kick me for saying this because I'm sure he's going to watch this, but they're basically just stickers that go on the end of your bows. But he yells at me every time I say stickers. He yells at me. He says, "No, they're skins." I'm like, "Well, same difference." But
I mean, Mike called them stickers. Mike's like, I make stickers for arrows.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
What's the name of his company? I have to check him out.
yeah. Thwack Bow Hunting. He's on Instagram and Facebook. THWACK Bow Hunting.
I'm gonna check it out because I got several bows. I would love to get wrapped and have them.
Oh, dude, yeah. Shoot him a message. He's awesome. He's just like Mike, except he doesn't do arrow wraps.
Oh, sweet. I enjoy talking to Mike. Mike's a dope dude, man. I
Yeah,
definitely got to have him back on the show. But we got into talking about the custom arrows, and one thing that I question every single year with with archery companies, with bow manufacturers, is what are they going to do next? Because I feel like we've closed this technology gap like quick. So like, where do we go next? And I've asked this question several times, and most people, they give me all kind of wild answers. Make it out of titanium and vibranium.
yeah.
Everybody just come up with stuff. What do you think? Like, where can they go next?
Man, I think a lot more companies are going to start dabbling in magnesium. That you've got a few bow companies that are doing it right now, but I really think they're going to start really getting into it. It's a real finicky material to deal with. Uh, like the shavings and the powder that comes off the magnesium is super combustible. But I think I think we're just now getting into that era where, you know, aluminum risers are going to be kind of a thing of the past. You know, they're going to go magnesium and carbon for most of it. Uh, and I mean, when you have people like Kevin Struthers and guys like that are always changing stuff and making things different on, like, just think about this. A few years ago, we didn't have limb shift technology.
We did not.
So, I mean, I think there's going to be, and now that Darton has upped their game with the roller cam adjustments, or the roller guard adjustments, and all the adjustments they've put into the Tri-Tech, I think people are going to start chasing them now and finding things to do. Because just like with the limb shift technology, everybody tried to do their own version of it. You know, everybody's got it on their bows now. I think people are going to start chasing in, you know, adjustable grips, roller guards, timing adjustments, stuff like that. It's going to be to the point where the only thing you're going to need a press for is to change strings or to fix a bow. And, you know, the thing of bringing them into the shop to have them tuned is kind of going away. I mean, even with a Tri-Tech, you still have to do some old school adjustments as far as shims and stuff like that. But, you know, the micro tuning it will eventually turn into macro adjustments.
Hey, man,
on all bows, not just a couple.
see, I got the Elite Barrows, and there's stuff in there. I'm like, man, I don't want to be twisting and turning.
Yeah,
what it all does yet.
yeah, yeah. And I've had a lot of customers that come in and buy the Tri-Techs, and I'll tell them, you know, this is what you do to adjust this, and they stop me. Nope, you're my bow guy. You're gonna do it. All right, man. Whatever.
Yeah, see, I got your argument with a guy on TikTok because he was saying like, oh no, if you're going to be an archer, you should learn how to work on your own bow. And I just reply with, I drive cars, but I don't work on my own car. Like,
Right.
Yes, I can do I can put on a quiver, or I can put on my sight. I can align my my first, second, third X. I can do all that.
Yeah.
When it comes to putting something in a press, nah, man, not me. You know,
No.
I can change my tires on the car, but I'm not going to get under that hood. And I equate getting under the hood to putting something in the bow press. I'm gonna take it to you.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with a bow and a press, but you just really got to be meticulous and make sure you have everything set right.
Yeah, I used to hang out at the archery shop up in South Dakota. Like, I basically lived there. That was my second home.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is about archers, but like if you try to play with your bow, try to fix on it, and you mess it up, just say what you did. It's a whole lot of my friends out there's a whole lot of friends out there that's dry firing bows. A whole lot of friends that, oh yeah, my buddy got a bow press and he wanted to test it out. So you let him test it out on your bow?
Yeah. Man, dude, that is the hardest thing to get through to a lot of people is, all right, man, you're shooting a perfect bullet hole here. And I think that's one hot button for me too, is a lot of shops are getting to where you take your bow in to get it restringed, and I'm going to get off on a tangent here, but you'll take your bow in to get it restringed. The guy will restring it while you're not there, take 2 or 3 weeks to restring it. And then they'll call you, say, hey, your bow's ready to be picked up. And you get there and he says, yep, it's paper tuned, it's ready to go. Here you go. And then push you out the door. Well, it's tuned to the guy that's put the strings on. Let's just get that out there. And that was how this whole shop came about was, I got tired of taking my bow in to have strings put on, and because I shoot a lot. I mean, 150, 200 shots a day back before I owned a shop, which is crazy. But I would take and have my bow taken in and have strings put on and get it back, and I can see the whole side of the arrow as it's flying. So what I really do, and this is what I miss about the old school shops, you were talking earlier how shops are starting to close down, is, I grew up in a shop where we were in there almost every day. Every day that my brother had off, he was taking me up to the shop, and we were sitting in there for 2 or 3 hours at a time. whether we had our bows or not. We were sitting in there talking archery, talking hunting with the guy that owned the shop, and the stories you hear coming in there were crazy. But that's my biggest thing is when I tune a bow and get it tuned to the customer and they leave and they change stuff on it and then they come back, this bow ain't tuned anymore. Well, I can already see you have a different rest, you have a different stabilizer bars on it, you have this and this and this and this. No wonder it's off. Leave it alone. Once you get it comfortable, leave it alone. So and I was bad about that. I
Yeah.
mean, I was real bad about going home and changing stuff and taking it back to the shop. And once I went through the ATA stuff and did the classes on it, I realized real quick what I was doing. So I don't know. And I'm real picky and real perfectionist when it comes to that. So if I get out and I'm shooting and I'm, holding a bigger pattern than I'm used to, I'm very subject to that, coming in here changing something and then throwing a fit because my bow's out of tune.
Yeah, start tinkering.
Yeah. Trying to make it absolutely perfect.
It's got to be. The guy that ran the bow shop up in South Dakota, his name is Kim. And when I tell you he's old school, like when he works on your bow, he has a book. And he has a bunch of these books, so it's like from over 40 years worth of books. And he writes down, he'll Matt Glassmeyer, Darden Trotec. And he's going to everything that he does on that bow, he is going to document it, record it.
Yep.
Date and time. That way, when you come in that shop and he pick that bow up, he gonna sit you down. All right, this is what I did. Boom, 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 boom.
That's a good idea.
And you can leave, and you can come back 5 years from now or 5 years from then, and he can tell if someone touched your bow. Okay, because the last time I worked on it, I did this, and I'm looking at the bow now, and this is off. This is all. He just knows, and like guys will leave, come back to the shop, and it's like, oh, my rest is off, and he look at it. Well, no, because I set your rest to this. And they'll be like, no, it hasn't. Like, I wrote it down.
Yeah, that's like a barber cheating on your barber. You're cheating on the bow shop, man.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I felt bad one time because I went to TAC up out in South Dakota, out in Rapid City, and I forgot what I did to my bow, but I had to take it to the bow shop there because I wasn't going to drive 6 hours back to Sioux Falls. And the whole ride to the bow shop, I felt so guilty. I'm like, ooh, him gonna know. He's gonna know. No, he won't. He won't know. Boom. I forgot what I had done, but got some work on it.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, I go into the shop, had him look it over. So I was getting ready to go hunting, and he put it on the press and he looked at me. He said, "Who touched his bow?" I was like, "Nobody."
Right.
And he was like, "No, somebody touched it." I said, "No, I took it out to Black Hills Archery." And he was like, "Yeah, I can tell." Like, he just a good eye, man. But like you said, you said it earlier, some of these newer shops, they work on your bow and they want to get you on your way. Like,
yeah.
And I feel like with like the newer generation, like I feel like they want to be like coddled, like they want to be able to like tell them everything. And when you just push them out, it gives them a bad taste in their mouth. And then they start bad talking your shop.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing is, word of mouth can be good and bad at the same time. If you're not treating your customers right, word of mouth is going to be real bad, and they're not going to come back to you. So no. I make sure every bow that leaves this shop is shooting a perfect bullet hole.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
And not by me, by the customer.
By the customer, yeah, because
I'll blow somebody's shoulder out in this shop getting it set right. But I don't want anybody going to anybody saying, "Oh man, he didn't, my bow's not shooting right." Well, it was shooting right in here. And we have a range out back here that goes from a 0 to 130 yards. So we can go back and walk back, tune that bow all the way to 130 yards if he's good enough.
Yeah.
So
you gonna leave ready.
Oh yeah, that bow's gonna be ready to roll whenever they leave the shop.
Oh heck yeah, man. So we've talked about how the industry has changed, over the years. But the reason why I got you on the show is how you talked about how the community is changing and how the community has basically like become almost similar to like kind of like a cancer. So like, what made you want to record that video?
So a couple weeks ago, I made a video, you know, the whole Josh Bomar beast and speed drama going on right now.
I'm not.
I know the guy from Speed, man. Met that dude at ATA. He is the one that gave me my big shot or my big start as far as product content. Sent me 3 packs of broadheads last year to get content with, and you know I sent him a bunch of pictures. And whenever you send pictures to a company, you know you'll get the oh man that's awesome blah 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 blah. You'll get that back, but you never really see any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this year, you know, I sent them all those pictures, some videos, filmed my hunts, filmed, you know, a ton of deer. Like I was shooting deer like I was pissed at them this year. Sent them a bunch of content on that. And, you know, I got the typical, man, that's awesome, blah, 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 blah. And then I walk up to their booth at ATA just to meet them and talk to them and, you know, see how things are going, see if there's anything else I can do for them. And when I walk up to the booth, they had this humongous booth that had, you know, uprights that went up to a bunch of pictures on a big banner that completely surrounded their booth. Every picture at the top of that booth was mine.
Man.
So, you know,
good.
You know, you'll have people in this TikTok that I made, and I'm going to cuss here. My mom might be watching this, you know, but I'm just quoting. I had people commenting saying I was dick riding Speed, you know, get the balls out of my mouth and this and that. And I'm like, all I did was say that Josh Bomar probably overreacted because the videos that Speed put out had nothing. They didn't say any names. And matter of fact, the first one in that lineup they put out was actually Rage Broadheads.
Yeah.
And so many people commented below that video saying, do Beast next, Beast Broadheads, Beast this, Beast that. So they made a video, the pushing into foam with the Beast Broadheads and the Speed Broadheads. And man, everybody got so offended that they used the Beast Broadheads in that. And then it was the, you know, the deployment into that machine, you know, showing how many pounds to deploy it. Oh, well, that's static. Yes, we agree with that, but it's still showing that the Beast or the Speeds open up easier than the Beast Broadheads. So I made a video just simply stating that, and that Josh overreacted to that video. And I will say this, Josh is a hell of a salesman, but I mean, people were getting absolutely nasty all because I was wearing a Speed Broadhead shirt. Oh, you're wearing a Speed Broadhead. We know who you're with, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, I own an archery shop. I spend thousands of dollars. And there's another big famous bow shop owner that said this. I spend thousands of dollars with these companies. They send me a free T-shirt from time to time.
I gotta wear clothes.
I just so happened to have it on, and I made sure I didn't wear one tonight, just for your sake. But man, dude, that the Josh Bomar fanboys just lost their absolute mind. Even the Matthews fanboys, you know, and I shoot Matthews too. I had an arc, I've had a lift, I've had everything down to the FX. I mean, adrenaline. I've had the monster. I have no problem with Matthews whatsoever. But man, if you mention that in any sort of way, and that's another video I did. I had my ARC and my Tritech in here and made a video about the difference in speed with those two bows. And man, my text messaging comment section was blowing up. That's live. Your chrono's off. Blah 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 blah. Because it showed the Tritech was faster than the Matthews. I'm like, well, your downrange efficiency won't be as good with that Tritech as it is with the Matthews. And I'm like, all right, guys, I don't know. Well, your chrono's off. Okay, if my chrono is off, it is still showing a difference in speed. I don't know, man. It's just, you can't please anybody on the internet these days. So I think that is the biggest thing that is the problem with the outdoor community right now is, you know, it started as playful banter. You know, Matthews and the Hoyt guys were bantering back and forth at each other as you know, playful, joking around, buddies joking around, because that's what men do. We joke around with each other and pick at each other.
Right.
There's a fine line between joking around and just being a dick.
Yep.
And a lot of the people in that comment section were just being a dick about it. Like, why? Why do I need to shoot what you shoot? I shot the hell out of some deer and some pigs and turkeys with the speed broadheads. And other than just, I had the blades here, I didn't have to change blades. They weren't bent, they weren't broke. I mean, they might have had a couple nicks in them, but I could take those blades and shoot pigs all day long with them. So I don't know, man. It's just, I shoot a dart and tri-tech. There's going to be people talking trash on that because I'm not shooting a Matthews. And like I said, I get the whole playful banter and joking around as men, but there's a fine line between joking around to just being an asshole about it.
Yeah, I mean, some guys want to get violent about it. Like,
oh my God, yeah.
You know, or they get violent, they start getting very disrespectful. And it's like, bro, like, just because I don't like what you like is cool. Like
100%.
There's a whole community of people who shoot what you shoot and like what you like.
Yeah.
Go kick it with them. You ain't got to scroll on my video. But yeah. I feel like with social media, people go out of their way to find stuff that they don't like, or they wake up in the morning looking to be a troll. Oh, yeah. It's trolling, bro. Well, no, you got very disrespectful.
Yeah, you got a lot of keyboard warriors that won't say it to your face.
No, they won't say it to your face at all.
No. And you know, I'm in that video, I even said, I don't care if you come at me. I was born and raised in public schools in the 80s and 90s, you know, worked on a farm as a kid. My family had a farm, worked on it. I worked construction, factory, you know, every type of job you can think of, fast food. I mean, so, and now I work in emergency services where we end up catching a lot of blowback from police officers, you know, working in EMS because we wear a uniform. You know, we get called all kinds of names in the book and get trash talk, spit on, bit, kicked, hit, you know, guns pulled on us. So it takes a lot to offend me, but what bugs me, and it happens a lot on TikTok, is going into a kid that's learning how to shoot. You know, he's wanting to make his own TikTok channel and grow and blow up or whatever, or even YouTube, you know, videos where they're wanting to be big name, and they're going into their TikTok and YouTube channels talking crap like that to them. And women that are, you know, just now learning how to shoot a bow, they're going in there, you know, your form is shitty, you know, you suck, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, man. So I try to go into those comments. Every one of them I find, I go in there and I say, hey, man, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. You know, helpful tips, you know, and that's another thing I stress on is don't focus on one guy's tips. Try it. If it doesn't work, go on to somebody else. If that doesn't work, try something else. Don't base your archery off one person, because what might work for them ain't going to work for you. Exactly. What works for you know, so I really try to say, hey, you know, this might not work for you, but try this, you know, and just, we need to get back to bringing each other up instead of trying to be trolls and dickheads about it.
But I feel like sometimes I get nervous, man. Like when I'm posting a video of me shooting, I used to, not anymore. Now I don't care. I post and ghost. But yeah, I used to be like, man, is my form good? Okay, they're not gonna come for me. Post it, and then boom. I mean, it's clockwork. It's like they was waiting on it.
Yeah,
like, and you're punching it. You're doing this. You're doing that. I'm like, dude, I'm like 3 months in.
I cannot do the whole, you know, back tension. I cannot do it. I don't know if my back's not set up for it. I have tried it a dozen times, even shooting a hinge release. I cannot do it. I don't know why. My back just won't do that. Probably because I have absolute horrible posture, but I've just found my own way to make it surprise me. And that's what I tell people too. Don't try to do this. If it ain't working, definitely don't try to do it at a live animal.
Yeah.
figure out what works for you and use it. And, you know, if it's the easiest or the best case scenario when somebody goes into a kid or a woman's comment section like that talking shit, is they're just going to stop posting. That's best case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario is, you know, they either stop shooting a bow altogether. And I love archery. I want everybody to love archery. So that's going to end up pushing them out of doing archery altogether.
Yeah.
So instead of helping build the community up and fight people outside of this whole thing, like, you know, PETA and whatever else activist groups that's wanting to take down hunting altogether, instead of fighting them, they're fighting us within the community and pushing people that could support. Because every time you buy a hunting license, it helps with conservation and protecting gun rights and protecting archery. So when you push more people out by your dumbass comments, that's not helping us at all. So
No.
it definitely is a hot button for me.
Oh yeah, dude. The infighting is crazy. It's like we have all the smoke for each other, but then when it comes to, you know, some piece of legislation, you know, that's getting passed that could probably, you know, that could potentially affect our, you know, hunting rights. Yeah, you have the, you know, the big names come out. You know, a lot of people do come out, but then you have some people like, oh, I don't live in that state. Don't matter to me.
Right.
Yeah, it might not matter to you now, but
that state might think, or your state might think that's a good idea.
Thank you. So like, but you know, we have those people in the community, and like, and you said that the worst thing that could possibly happen if someone sees that, you know, they post a video of them shooting, they say, you know what, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah.
And that almost happened to one of my buddies, man. He wasn't shooting a bow. It was rifle hunting, and this guy loves deer meat, like loves it, but he's always been relegated to getting it from other people who's willing to give him some. So he hit me up one day and he's like, bro, I really want to hunt. What all I need? So you're trying to do archery or rifle? He ended up going rifle because it's just easier for him.
Yeah.
He goes out, gets his rifle, takes his son out. His son never been hunting. He's never been hunting. First time. Great father-son moment. He shoots a doe. Calls me, oh, I got smoked her. Excited. Like it's like a kid on Christmas. Super excited.
Yeah.
Sends me a picture. It's him with his son in front of the doe. Great moment. We making memories forever.
Yeah.
He puts it on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Put it on Instagram. And oh man, why you shoot that dog? That's a puppy. That ain't no deer. I mean, that deer's small. You should have gave her another year. Blah 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 blah. And it's a doe, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, is it like this all the time? And I'm like,
yeah.
I said, unfortunately, yeah.
That is definitely another topic.
Yep. If you're not posting a big, you know, 180, 250 inch deer, everybody got something to say about it. Oh, give him another year. Give him another year. Well, you know what? Where I was hunting at, I didn't have another year.
Yeah.
You know? So and unfortunately, it's like that with shooting now. I got a buddy last year. Oh, Cam, he watched the show. He had a Bear Alaskan.
That's a good bow.
It's a good bow.
That's a real good bow.
And
I sell a lot of those.
And he said to me, I have to get a Matthews because if I don't, the people on TikTok won't take me seriously.
Oh.
I said, bro, if you take that Bear Alaskan and you go out and shoot a 200-inch whitetail, ain't nobody gonna care what bow you killed it with.
Nah. Nah.
But he got bullied into buying a Matthews.
Yeah. And man, I'll tell you this now. My absolute favorite hunt I have ever done, ever been on, or been a part of, was I took my daughter out. She was 7 or 8. First time she ever been deer hunting. You know, she wasn't shooting. She was just with me. And, you know, on my private property, my lease or permission properties I have, for the management aspect of it, so we can have big deer, I try to pass on stuff. But I was in the blind with my daughter, and she said, you know, we had this little 3-point come out. And she said, Dad, you going to shoot it? I said, you want me to shoot it? Because, I mean, it's meat. Regardless, it's meat. I said, you want me to shoot it?" And she said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, well, uh, what was it?" She said something that just hit me, and I was like, because the main thing is I wanted her to be able to see what all goes into it.
Yeah.
It's not just shooting a deer and it, frolics off and lives happily ever after. There's, the death part of it and the preserving the meat part of it that comes with it. So I went ahead and shot it. And man, dude, she was shaking harder than I was. I mean, I wasn't shaking, but she was, buck fever, and she didn't even shoot. And that from that point on, she has been hooked on it. Last year I took her and she missed her first deer, and golly, she was crying, upset, shaking. And I told her, I was like, it happens. But my all-time favorite hunt, and that picture got posted on Facebook. And like you said, I had people absolutely slaughtering me. Not to, they weren't paying attention to the 170 inch, the 153 inch, the 100 and some odd inch, the 15 point that I already have on my Facebook page. They were dogging me out for that 3-point that I shot. And I said, I don't give a shit. I had a good time with my kid.
Yep. That's
and then of course those same people, when I shot the second deer with her, as a 9-point, that was a 7-year-old deer. I mean, he was busted up, beat up, scarred up. None of them said a word about that deer.
Oh, they can't, because they can't talk about it.
Yeah. But like I said, on my permission property in my lease, I try to not shoot the small bucks just to make them grow to where we have fun shooting big bucks.
Right.
On that Cape Girardeau urban management hunt, though, that is definitely when I said that I was shooting deer like I was pissed at them, because I could probably never hunt there again.
Yeah.
And my main thing is I get, 4 or however many tags I want as far as does, but I get 2 buck tags a year. So I save my buck tags for big bucks. Well, on top of that, this year I had 3 management tags, bonus. I had another buck tag and 2 doe tags on that urban management hunt, and shot the first doe that walked past, because you have to shoot a doe before you can shoot your buck.
Yeah,
and I told all my buddies, I said, I don't care if that thing's got spots on it. If it ain't got antlers, I'm getting it out of the way, because there's some absolute freaks up in Cape Girardeau County. I mean, giant bucks inside that urban hunt. And sure enough, a doe came out. I mean, she was older, but busted her and saved the rest of the week for my buck tags. And come the last night I was hunting, my last afternoon, I ended up shooting 2 deer back to back. So, and what I normally do is I take 2 of the deer, keep them for myself, put them in the freezer, eat on them. And then I like to take whatever else I have left and donate it to either share the harvest, food bank. Food bank will take deer, or churches. There's a church here in town that I donate a deer to every year too. And that's just to feed the homeless or needy, or families that deer meat is like steak to them, because that's what that's the only thing they have.
Hey, sometimes it's better than steak you're getting out of Walmart.
Yeah. Hey, I can tell you this right now. This is very controversial. I eat every pig I shoot. Every hog I shoot, I eat them, because I know what's in those hogs.
Hey,
you go to a store and get steroided up pigs. I mean, and dude, that's some of the best tenderloin I've ever ate.
Yes, dude. Hey, my dad used to get furious, because like he lives like out in the country, like outside of town, and he goes on walks and stuff, or he rides his bike or whatever, and he always see, like, he lives like deep in we call it the bottoms down there.
Yeah,
and it's on a regular day you'll find 5 or 6 hogs in a ditch that someone or a couple people shot, and they might take the back straps off of them, the loins.
Yeah.
Or they just shoot them and throw them in a ditch, and they on their way, and it pisses him off. He was like, "Man, they could have
a lot of meat.
They could have brought it down to the house, and we would have took care of it."
Yeah.
And so when I went hog hunting for the first time, and he was like, "You gonna eat them?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, I didn't know. Like, why wouldn't I? You
Didn't
know,
know that wasn't an option.
like because when I was little, he gave me a BB gun, and the first thing he said to me was, he goes, "Do not shoot anything living if you don't intend to eat it."
Yeah.
And yes, sir, because I knew if I did, he's gonna take it away from me, and it took me forever to get it. So I remember I shot a squirrel, and it died. I mean, and normally I wasn't pumping it up enough to do anything, but this one died,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, we got to eat it. So I take it back to the house, and we skinned them, fried them up, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you mess with the fried squirrel, but let me tell you something.
It's good.
Hey,
It's good.
hey, fried squirrel and some gravy with
Yeah.
over a bed of rice.
Throw
Hey,
a little biscuit in there. Yeah.
hey, buttermilk.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man. So going back to that whole loin, just cutting the loin out. What them dudes don't know is you shoot a small pig. If you got a smoker big enough, dude, gut that thing, skin it, throw it on that smoker for like 8 hours. That dude, we did that one 4th of July weekend. That was the best pork tenderloin and pulled pork I ever had.
Yo, we call them little footballs.
Yeah,
The little footballs, man. Hey,
yeah, spit pigs.
yep. Hey, my wife, we went hog hunting. This is actually her first time harvesting something with her bow. We went out, and she's like super independent hunter. I don't need you around me. You
Yeah,
do your thing, I'm gone. And Matt, I tell you now, she wasn't gone 30 minutes, and she got one.
yeah,
And I mean, it was a perfect little football. And my buddy, he took it, gutted it, and we went back out to hunt. And we came back, he had the joker on the smoker just
yeah,
stretched out, and man,
yeah.
it was amazing. And I was like, I didn't know, you could, I know you could eat the small ones, but I was like, you want something bigger. But I tell you now, I prefer one of them footballs over
100%.
bigger one.
Yeah, yeah. I've almost found it as a goal to go out and shoot the smallest one. Not the smallest, but one perfect size to fit on the smoker.
Yep.
There'd be a big old boar, one that I could cut the head off and keep the skull. He could be standing right next to him. I'm picking out that little one, throwing him on the smoker.
Yep, straight
So
all day long. Because I've always heard that like the big boars taste bad, but I've like my pops. I mean, he eat them as big as they come, and he never said nothing that was like they sour or nothing.
yeah, I mean, we shot one that was 285 pounds, big boar. It's the ones, and I've always been told this. I haven't done it yet. My dad cooked one up. I didn't get any of it. Wasn't living here at the time, but um, if you shoot one that is with a herd of sows, those are the ones that are going to be nasty. If you shoot the boars that are off by themselves and all fat, those are the good ones.
Okay. It makes sense because he probably all riled up and
All he does is procreate.
procreate.
So, but yeah,
Dude, I love it, man. Hunting has taken over my life, man. Like I said, unlike you, I found this thing late. I found it,
yeah,
late. And I always tell myself like I wish I would have found it earlier, but like my wife, she's like, no, you don't, because if you'd have found it when you were playing football, there's no way you would have enjoyed it like you enjoy it now, like because you
you're
love
right.
football too much. So I'm glad I found it when I did, because man, it's taken over, man. Like my house it's a hunting house now. Like my daughter,
Yeah,
she won't hunt. She like, you bring it home and I'll eat it, but I'm not going out there. I'm not doing it, which is
yeah,
fine, But my wife, she's ate up with it. Like she hunted before we met, but she never, not archery. But so I got her into archery, and she had her first mule deer hunt, and she got within like 3 feet of a mule deer. Like
Ooh,
I wish I would have had it on camera. It was crazy. He was down in this little divot in his heel. We thought he was further down, but when she looked over, she was like,
no,
on it. And she's like, I could have grabbed his antlers. I was like 40, 50 yards away from her looking through binoculars. And I know it was weird because when she went to draw on him, she was like completely at a 90-degree angle. Like, I was like, he must be like really steep down there. But nope, he was like right at her feet. I could hear him snoring.
Jeez.
And she missed because
Yeah,
which
Those close-up shots are tough
a
sometimes.
new archer that she didn't know, which I found out later on because I probably would have missed that shot too. You use your the guy at the shop said use your 50 pin, like put your 50 pin on them close, pop him. But she's been ate up with it ever since, and I was like, yo, you'll never get that close to a deer again, like
never.
So like, congratulations.
Right. Yeah, she got a opportunity there.
But but we love it though, man.
Good, man.
But
and that's my main thing is getting kids and women in the outdoors. And I took my girlfriend for the first time a couple years ago. First day she ever hunted in her life. She was using my dad's crossbow. I mean, that was all that was in season was archery. It was January, or actually it was New Year's Eve. And, took the kids to my parents and they stayed the night there. And we went up to my lease. And first night she sat 8-point, walked out. She drilled that thing, double lung, ran 60 yards, fell over dead. And like for somebody that has never hunted or never had the feeling of that go on, man, that it's crazy to see somebody like that get buck fever off the first one. I mean, she was shaking, super excited, and now she has her own dart and Tritech and set up with a dialed sight and ready to go this year.
Man, I've said this before on the show. I don't care if you've been hunting 20 years or 20 days, when you pull back on the animal, hell, if you got a rifle and you put that scope on the animal, once you pull that trigger or you release that arrow, there's something in us.
Yep.
I call it ancestral DNA that says dormant. And when you let it go and your body get that adrenaline, it wakes that DNA up. And that's what
100%.
That shaking and that what they call buck fever. And I said this, if you could bottle that feeling you feel, you could bottle that up and sell it.
Yeah.
And you be a billionaire. Like,
yeah. And I tell everybody, if I ever lose that feeling, because I still get shaky on a doe.
Yep.
I still get that shake. And if I ever lose that shake, I'll find something else to do. Because that is the adrenaline rush that I fell in love with 30-something years ago.
Yep, that feeling. Man, I just when they in my presence, when I'm up in a tree and I hear
Yep.
You peek around and that doe is
my
legs start getting weak.
Yeah. Shaking uncontrollably, breathing hard. Yeah.
Like, I didn't even let the arrow, I ain't even drew back yet. And I'm like,
even a little dink buck walks in. I'm looking at it like, I know I ain't gonna shoot you, but this is awesome.
Yeah, oh man, even the deer squirrels, man, the deer squirrels, and man, them the biggest deer in the woods.
Oh yeah, 100%. 220-inch buck walking up behind you, and turn around and look, and there's a damn squirrel walking up.
Man, my brother, he came to South Dakota to hunt with me, and we were sitting in the ground blind, and he had never, that was his first time hunting. He hears, he's like, oh man, big one coming, man, big one coming. Like, bro, I don't think that's a big one. No, man, you hear it? It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And it got closer and closer and closer. And the squirrel ran up a tree. And he's over there just.
Oh, yeah. I remember as a kid doing that with my dad. Dad, there's something coming. No, there's not. I can see it. It's a squirrel. Shut up. All right. Oh, yeah. Because you anticipate it so much that when you finally calm down and stop paying attention to every single sound, that's when the deer come out.
Exactly.
So
and they walk they're so quiet, man. It's like deer, like elk is what really freaked me out. Like, how you that big, but you that quiet in the woods?
Oh yeah.
It amazes me, and I love it, man. Man, we're talking about the community and how toxic it is. Like, what can we do as fellow archers or hunters to like correct this?
Man, we just need to weed out the bad seeds in this whole thing. And I would like to say it would change, but I don't think it's gonna change easily. It's gonna take time, but just calling them out. I mean, tonight, it happened tonight. This guy that's all over Facebook, and all he lives for is rage baiting people. He's done it to a lot of content creators, just rage baiting. And he he actually made a post. I don't know if it's today or when, but it popped up on my For You page. And he claims to be this, uh, guide liaison. He basically puts people in touch with guides. That is mainly his thing that he says he does, and that he passes on 150-inch deer, and he's this great archery tech guy and this and that. He messed up and made a post tonight saying, let's have a competition. We'll go to private ground, and whoever wins, the loser has to give up their bow and this and that. And I know for a fact he shoots a bear bow. Like, don't get me wrong, I love bear bows. I shot them for years. One of my favorite bows was a Bear Kuma. But this dude's is like a 19 something bear. And I flat out commented on it, and I said, I don't care what the stakes are, let's get it. I'll meet you anywhere.
Let's do it.
And it was basically a point system on how big these inches, and a doe is 100 points and this and that, and if you wound a deer or miss a deer, that's negative this many points. I don't care. Come on, let's do it, because you have never posted a deer that you have harvested. You have talked so much crap to all these people on the internet. And I'm normally not the one to start crap like that, but man, you've started crap with some of my friends. Anybody you can get your hands on, you're going to talk crap to him. And I'm just waiting on him to come at me. Because again, in emergency services, we have a lot of dark humor, and we let a lot of stuff fly that would probably make a lot of people cry.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to hurt somebody's feelings like that is going through, that's a toxic person, the cancer of this community. And I just say meet them head on, not with aggression, but just facts, and really show them that we need to be better in this community and help it grow instead of tearing us apart is my main thing. And shutting up those people that are going rage baiting different people.
Yeah, it's not needed, man. It's not needed.
Not at all.
Because what happens is my mom, she always says, like, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
You always want to be on your best behavior. You never know who's watching. And we're bickering back and forth on TikTok. Blah, 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 blah. And the anti-hunting groups are sitting back like, yeah, they can't, like, this is our time.
Yeah, here we go. They're at their weakest. Let's get it.
Yep, they can't get over, this guy shoots a dart and this guy shoots a Matthews. So they're not going to, they're so distracted with what they got going. Man, let's go ahead and get these laws passed real quick.
Yeah, I can tell you, man, it my mom being my mom and dad being my biggest fans, it's hard for me to really say what I want to say to these people, because I still try to be respectful and not cuss a whole lot. But man, a lot of these dudes deserve it. And even when and it's funny because when I do cuss at these people, my mom, well, you need to watch your language on that. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, they deserved it. So I don't know. I wish I knew a cure for all this, but I think it's just something that's going to take time, and either shut them up or help them or get them on our side to where we can build this community and go against the people that are actually trying to come in and take it down.
We definitely got to mobilize and start nipping a lot of stuff in the bud, and just like you said earlier. Yeah, man, the friendly banter is cool.
Yeah, we're all guys. I mean,
we all guys. We all been in the locker room. We play sports. You know how it go.
Yeah.
But at some point, like I said, it gets disrespectful, and we just gotta, like, end it. At least, like, don't be fighting back and forth on social media, man. Like, keep it behind those doors. You know what I'm saying? Then, but on social media, everybody see us all together. Like, look at that community. They're helping each other out, and they loving each other, and da da da, and kumbaya.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight them, because if they come together, oh man, it's gonna be in trouble. But
yeah,
we just gotta we gotta figure it out.
That's how we used to be as a community. Was when you had people like PETA and animal rights activists coming at us saying you blah blah blah, you're not supposed to be hunting this and this and that. And that's what I noticed back when I started in the industry, was there was a lot of people that, or we came together as a group and fought against these people. We we supported, the National Wild Turkey Federation, the Rocky Mountain Elk Federation. You know, we supported those groups and put in our dues. Well, those dues go to fight and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just, you got people that want to get so butthurt because I don't shoot a Matthews or because they shoot this, and why? Why does it matter? What does it affect in your life? What I do in my life? How does it affect you?
Yep.
Why do you have to be so mad that I do this? So I don't know. I think there needs to be something happen, but and you listen to people like Michael Waddell and all these guys that's been in the industry for decades talking about how the industry is now. I didn't go to NWTF this year, but I heard there was some bad controversy there.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole aura was off at that place. And, as long as it is legal, ethical, and you kill that animal as humanely and quick as possible, what does it matter what I do? What does it matter that I shoot speed or sever or beast or whatever? It shouldn't matter. We should all, congratulate each other. If I shoot a 3-point with my daughter, how does that affect you if you live 4 states away? I'm not hurting your deer population. I'm not hurting your genetics. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's tribalism, man, and we gotta get over it, man. But that's what social media has created. I mean, it's tribalism everywhere, man. Like I know cats that get upset that this guy drinks Monster and this guy drinks Red Bull, and they arguing about that. Like, bro,
Yeah,
the dudes that own Red Bull and Monster probably kick it and play golf together. Like they,
yeah,
it's dumb, man. It's dumb. But man, Matt, I really appreciate you coming on the show and chatting with me tonight, man. But before we get out here, I want to circle back and talk about something.
Okay.
You had emailed me and you said, your brother, what I'm saying, got you into hunting, and you
Yeah.
guys, so tell me about your brother, and let the people know about the benefit that you guys are hosting in August.
Yeah. So yeah, man, my dad is the original one that got me into hunting. He's the one that took me for the first time. But and my brother gave me his bow at the time back when I was a kid. Couldn't even pull it back. It was a Phoenix Robin Hood. I mean, one of those big long ones. Didn't even have cams. It just had rollers on it. And we took it, got it restrung, and like I said, he was the one that always took me to long shot archery. He's not around anymore, but we would go up there and sit for hours and talk archery and talk hunting and this and that. He every time we go out to my parents' house to hang out, we're always shooting our bows and this and that, and hunted with him my entire life. Deer camp is always my favorite part of deer season because we're sitting around as a family, sitting around the family as a camp, or as at campfire as a family, and nothing's better than sitting next to a campfire with good people. And last year he was diagnosed with colon cancer, beat it. This year he was diagnosed again with rectal cancer, and he's just now getting a game plan of everything going on with his treatments. So, and with the price of having to drive 2.5 hours to St. Louis to have treatments done, there's going to be hospital bills, hotel bills, gas, food, travel expenses, all that stuff going on. Plus he has a son starting college this year. I can just see it in his face. He's real stressed out. So with him getting me into archery, and now me owning an archery shop and the connections I have in the industry, I decided that, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at now, basically, because he's the one that started me in archery. So we're hosting an event August 29th out here at the shop. We're going to have an archery shoot. It's just going to be a fun shoot, 3D archery, giveaways, not just hunting brands, but we're getting spas to donate stuff, salons, and that's another part of the archery community that has really kind of made me see how we could be compared to what we're at right now.
Right.
I've reached out to all my reps, all the people I've done content for, and the only time I have gotten a no is because they've already reached their budget for the year and they can't give something as the company, but my rep has sent something of his, by himself. So, the community can do really good things like this. I mean, we've got Fairdyne has sent stuff, Bear Archery has sent stuff, Trophy Ridge, in which Fairdyne owns all kinds of companies.
Mm-hmm.
They have Carbon Express, Glendale, Rage, Muzzy, and so on. And the email I got from Fairdyne, I gotta give them their props because they sent a ton of stuff. I mean, 5 blinds, arrows, all kinds of stuff. So I really appreciate them. Gun shops in town have donated guns, and it really, really, really is something special. But it is on our Facebook page at Tainted Carbon Archery Shop and Custom Arrows. You can check it out on the Facebook page. There is a link to donate money. This will tell you how humble he is. He doesn't. I'm sure he's going to get pissed at me for talking about it on here, but he didn't want to GoFundMe because he doesn't want to feel like it's a handout.
Right.
But I could tell when I was talking to him, he was getting upset because he doesn't like handouts. He thinks this is a handout. But we've got Venmo and Cash App, his personal Venmo and Cash App that you can send donations to. If you have a company and you want to send something, that's awesome. We appreciate anything that is sent, whether it's a broadhead or a field point. I don't care. If we can raffle it off, we're going to raffle it off. But coming back to the shop, all proceeds, all profits from that day, if I tune a bow, if I sell a set of strings, a set of arrows, whatever I sell, he's going to get 100% of the profit from that day. Now, as far as profit off of a bow, that's quite a bit, but if somebody comes in and buys a bow, he's at least going to get 50% of the profit, if not more.
Oh, yeah.
So all money's going to go toward him, and he is, I don't want people thinking it's a handout because this dude's going to take it and spend it where it needs to be spent to either take care of his family or pay medical bills.
Oh yeah, hey man, hey, I don't know your brother, but hey, he in my prayers, bro.
I appreciate it.
I go, man, and if I can, me and my brother, we gonna make through. We gonna be down there, and if I can't, yeah. I'm gonna send you something.
Cool, man. I appreciate it. Again, we appreciate anything that's done. I mean, we've got people that's just baking a pot of brownies, so I appreciate anything that could potentially raise money for him.
Oh yeah, man. This is what the community's for.
100%.
Reach out and help each other, man. And I've seen a lot of that in the community, and man, I was like, this is why I'm in it. This is why I love this community, because when one of us needs help, we tend to band together and help each other. So
100%.
Your brother will be in my prayers, and we gonna beat this.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But man, Matt, before we get here, man, I asked all my guests the same question, man. If someone called you right now and said, Matt, you can go anywhere in the world, hunt any animal you want, all expenses paid, where you going and what you hunting?
Man. Alaska. Probably Alaska to hunt moose.
Yeah. That is the number one answer that I've gotten out of this. This will be my 110th show, and it's always Alaskan moose or elk, but
yeah,
moose always.
That man, it might be a tie. I mean, to have a big world-class bull screaming in your face at 20 yards when all you got's a bow, I'm here for it.
Yep, all day, man, all day. I got to get an elk first, and then I'm going straight to the moose. Like but the only thing is, like, man, they cost some money. I have to put some money back. But hey, once I get that elk, I'm gonna start saving.
There you go.
I'm going on it, man. I got to get that moose, or or a go to Kodiak Island and get a grizzly or
That
Kodiak.
will be cool too.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely a bucket list I have, and I'm slowly checking them all.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, going this year for a gator with my bow, and then after that, I'm probably gonna start saving up for elk hunt.
So when you hunt a gator with a bow, do you still got to hit that little quarter size spot in the back of the head?
There's multiple different ways I've heard how to do it. Is basically stick them with a bow, your arrow that has a buoy attached to it, and then you just follow that buoy and either use your bow and stick them in the head or a boomstick.
Yep.
So
Hey, heck
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm gonna be up for whatever. I got to get that gator knocked out.
Yeah, hey, they put that joke on the smoker.
Yeah, 100%. Man, dude, that is one of my favorite Cajun recipes is fried gator tail.
Oh, man, you can't beat it.
Not at all. And I've seen all kinds of different recipes where they skin it and just season the crap out of it and throw it on a grill. That looks good too.
Yep.
So,
yeah. I want the real, like, I don't want that. Like, I've been to restaurants and they're like, oh, we got gator tail, gator bites. And I'm like, that's not gator. It's foul. I want it shot at 12 o'clock. And by 3, I want them in the grease.
100%.
That's how I go, man. But Matt, before we get out of here, man, you got any last words for the people?
Man, just be kind to each other. I mean, we're a community for a reason. There's good people out there. Let's just try to push out the bad people, or try to sway the bad people to be good people. That's my main thing. Stop picking on these kids and these women that are learning how to do this. Stop pushing people out of archery altogether, out of hunting in general. Stop dogging these people because they're shooting little bucks. You don't know what those people have going on outside of social media. They could have shot that deer with their dad's gun that just passed away, or in their dad's old box blind. You don't know what those people had going on that shot that deer or that turkey or whatever. Think about further, or think about past social media, what they got going on in their life. They could have just beat cancer, and that was their way to get out.
Yep.
They could be going through mental disorders, struggling with mental disabilities that you don't know about. They could be depressed or whatever, and they're hunting as their getaway. They could be stressed out. So, if they've already, you don't know what people have going on in their life. You don't know what demons they're fighting. So don't go in there causing more problems, and just congratulate them. If they're your buddy, give them crap, whatever, but don't go in there, cussing at them, telling them they're trash and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, facts. Oh, one more thing. Let all the people know where they can find you on social media. I normally switch those questions around.
Yeah, man. I've got a bunch of them. Matt Glassmeyer on Facebook, and then Matt.Veganless on TikTok. Tainted Carbon Archery Shop on all social media platforms. TaintedCarbon.com, or TaintedCarbon.com is our website. You can order everything that we have in the shop plus some. We've got collectives with the boutique, dominant strands, all that kind of stuff. So, and everything is shipped out within a day.
Alrighty, man. Hey, when all that being said, again, Matt, thank you for coming on the show. I
appreciate you having me and letting me voice it.
Hey, no problem, man. Anytime. Hey, and with all that being said, this has been another exciting episode of the Dreaded Archer Podcast. I'm your host, Trey, and we are out.